Hi Unity fans, this is Carissa with my first video as part of the UnityTV design team. I'm going to be using this set Under the Sea with Clever Handmade and Unity co-brand. I just fell in love with these whimsical stamps and the mermaids, and I couldn't wait to color them with my Copic markers. I also wanted to share a fun technique using the colorless blender to add texture to your image. So in this case, we're going to add some texture to the mermaid tails. It's really fun and really fast and easy. So I'm starting out with a circle that I cut using the Spellbinders dies. I'm going to stamp my mermaids on there using Memento Tuxedo Black. This is my go-to ink when I'm using Copic markers to color. So I am using my Stamp-A-Majig so that I can get better placement and know exactly where I'm stamping. And I'm also going to be masking my first mermaid so that I can place the second mermaid next to her and she kind of looks like she's in front. So I have my mask ready and I'm going to just put that right on top. And now I'm going to stamp the other mermaid on my Stamp-A-Majig first so that I can kind of move it around and see where I really want that before committing to stamping her on my cardstock. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and stamp her right there. And now that I've got her stamped, I can remove that mask and see how cute they look together. So I'm going to go in, and whenever you're adding texture with the colorless blender, you want to color that part of the image first before you color anything else on the image. So we're going to start coloring the tails. I'm using, for my lightest color, BG15 on this tail, and I'm going to lay that down. I always color light to dark. And then I'm going to add my shadows with the BG18. And then I'm going to come back with my light color again, the BG15, and starting from my lightest, I'm just going to blend right in so that I can blend those two together. So these images are really cute and fun to color. You don't need a whole lot of colors. I just used a combination of two for my light and dark on these images. So for the other tail, I'm using YR12 and YR16. So I'm laying down my YR12 first. And now I'm going to go in with my darker color and lay that down. And now I'm just going to blend those two together. So you can see how quick these images are to color, and it's really fun. So we're almost done. I'm just going to add a little bit of color to the tops of the tails, and then I'm going to add the texture. So I'm actually using a sock, one of my son's socks. It's really fuzzy and super cute, and so I thought that would be fun. And so I just add the colorless blender right on there and then tap it on the image, and you can see the texture already forming. So it's so fast and so easy, and you can use all sorts of different things lying around the house, like a washcloth or bubble wrap is really fun to add texture quickly to your images. So you want to just make sure that the image is completely dry before you start coloring the rest, because you kind of saturate it with the colorless blender. So now my image is dry, and I'm going to go back in and finish coloring with the skin. I'm using E000 as my lightest color. And then I'm going to go in with my shadow, which is E01 on this image. And now I'm going to go back over it with my E000 to blend it together. And then I just wanted a little bit deeper shadow, so I went back in with my E01 on a few places and just touched it up. So now I'm ready to color the shirt. So I'm using a combination of Y13 as my lightest color, so I'm laying that down first. And now I'm going to come back in with my darker color, which is Y18, and then blend those two together. Now, since the dark hair is curly and black, I'm going to just add a hint of shadow on the other hair with BG10 and BG70, because I wanted to keep that hair light. And to add a little shadow around the image, I'm using G000 and G00. This just adds a little bit of a pop to your image when you're leaving it on your base like this. So they pop a little bit more on your card. So I'm all done with my coloring, and now I can start to build my card. First thing I'm doing is adding an outline using my Spellbinders die that I cut out the circle with. This gives me a guide so that I know my lines will be straight, and then I just add a little doodle. So now I'm ready to build my card, which is what I'm doing here. And I saved this doily from some packaging because I thought it was so cute and perfect card size. So I'm happy to be using it on this project today. And I'm going to add another panel here that I cut from the designer paper. And I'm attaching my twine with my tiny attacher, little staples. And I love attaching twine with my stapler. And when I do that, I tend to build my card separately and then attach the entire panel when I'm done to the card base so that I can hide those little staples. So now that I'm done with that front panel, I'm going to go ahead and attach it to my card base. And then I used some zap dots to pop up my image panel. And now I'm going to use a craft knife to get a nice clean edge there. So my card is almost done. I hope you enjoyed this technique of adding texture to your image with the colorless blender of Copics. And I hope you have fun trying different things around the house to add texture to maybe these mermaids or other images that you have by Unity. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed my first video. Bye.